Welcome back to Narrations. Some people study history. Others kidnap it. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, is a wildly fun, time travel comedy about two clueless high school friends who are given one impossible task: pass their history exam, or lose their future forever. Bill S. Preston, ESQ, and Ted Theodore Logan live in a world that makes perfect sense. To them. To everyone else? Not so much. They're best friends. Completely inseparable. Bound together by one thing: music. Their band, Wild Stallings. Not just a hobby. Not just something they do after school. To them, it's everything. They believe their music will change the world. Bring people together. Create something meaningful. Even though, right now, they can barely play. But belief doesn't need proof. At least not for them. School, however, is a different story. Because school requires something they don't have: focus. Their history class is the biggest problem. Dates. Events. Facts. Things that require attention. Things they constantly miss. Their final presentation is coming up. A report on historical figures. And if they fail, everything changes. Ted's father is strict. Disciplined. A man who believes in order. And if Ted fails, he's sent to military school. No discussion. No second chances. And if that happens, the band ends. Wild Stallings disappears before it even begins. But here's what they don't know. Their future matters. Not just to them. To the world. Because in the distant future, Bill and Ted become something important. Their music inspires unity. Brings people together. Creates peace across the world. And if they fail now, that future never exists. So someone steps in. Rufus. A man from the future. Calm. Confident. He understands exactly what's at stake. And he knows one thing: Bill and Ted must pass. No matter what. He arrives in the most unexpected way. A phone booth. Ordinary on the outside. But not on the inside. Because this isn't just a phone booth. It's a time machine. Rufus finds them. Tries to explain. But explaining time travel to Bill and Ted isn't easy. They don't fully understand. But they don't need to. Because they're given one simple idea. If you can't learn history, go to it. Experience it. Bring it back. And just like that, the plan begins. They step inside the booth. Press a few buttons. And suddenly, they're gone. Not gently. Not smoothly. But instantly. Thrown into another time. They land in the past. Confused. Excited. Because for them, this isn't scary. It's awesome. They meet real historical figures. Not names from a textbook. But actual people. And instead of studying them, they come up with a better idea. Bring them back. Because if they present real people, they can't fail. It's ridiculous. But to them, it's perfect. They begin their journey. Jumping through time. Picking up figures from different eras. Socrates. Calm. Thoughtful. Trying to understand what's happening. Billy the Kid. Wild. Unpredictable. Ready for chaos. Joan of Arc strong. Focused. But completely out of place. Napoleon. Short-tempered. Proud. Each one reacting differently. Each one confused. And all of them now part of something they don't understand. Bill and Ted try to manage it. But managing people from different centuries is not easy. Because they don't follow the same rules. Don't understand the same world. And every moment creates more chaos. At one point, things almost go wrong. Because bringing people from the past has consequences. And Bill and Ted are starting to feel it. Not fully. But enough to realize this isn't as simple as they thought. But they don't stop. Because stopping means failing. And failing means losing everything. So they keep going. Collecting more historical figures. Building their presentation. Without realizing, they're creating something much bigger. Because time itself is starting to bend. And if they don't figure things out soon, it might not just be their future at risk. It might be everything. The plan sounded perfect. Bring history to class? Pass the exam. Save the future. But now, everything is falling apart. Because the historical figures aren't just guests. They're real people. From different times. Different worlds. And now, they're loose. Bill and Ted bring them to the present. Trying to keep everything under control. But control was never their strength. The moment they arrive in modern-day San Dimas, chaos begins. Napoleon gets separated. Lost in a world he doesn't understand. He ends up at a water park. Confused. Overwhelmed. But strangely, enjoying it. Because for someone used to control, this freedom feels new. Meanwhile, Joan of Arc discovers something unexpected. Fitness classes? Energy. Movement. She leads. Takes charge. Turning a simple space into something powerful. Completely unaware of how out of place she is. Billy the Kid explores the city. Observing. Adapting. Still dangerous. But curious. Socrates tries to understand everything. Asking questions. Endless questions. Because that's what he does. And the more he sees, the more confused he becomes. Bill and Ted try to gather everyone. Running around. Panicking. Because if they lose them, they fail. And if they fail, everything is over. They manage to bring most of them together. But not all. And that's when things get worse. Because the police get involved. Suspicious. Confused. Seeing something that doesn't make sense. Bill and Ted are arrested. Locked away. And suddenly, the entire plan collapses. Because now, they can't finish. They can't present. They can't fix anything. And for the first time, they feel it. Real pressure. Real consequences. Meanwhile, Rufus watches. Because this moment matters. Not just for them, but for everything that comes after. Bill and Ted sit in their cell. Thinking. Not clearly. But differently. Because something has shifted. They begin to understand something. Time isn't just something they travel through. It's something they can use. They come up with an idea. Simple. But brilliant in its own way. If they can travel through time, they can go back. And fix things before they go wrong. And suddenly, everything changes. They escape. Not by force. But by planning. Using future actions to solve present problems. They set things in motion. Keys appear where they need them. Doors open at the right time. Because they planned it. After it already happened. It's confusing. But it works. They gather the historical figures again. Bring them back together. And finally, they make it. The presentation. The moment that decides everything. They stand in front of their class. Not prepared. But ready. Because now, they have something no one else has. History itself. One by one, the figures step forward. Speaking. Reacting. Interacting with the present. The classroom becomes something else. Not a place of learning, but a place of experience. Because this isn't just information. It's real. The teacher watches. Stunned. Because this isn't possible. And yet, it's happening. The presentation ends. Not perfectly, but successfully. They pass. The future is saved. Ted stays. The band survives. And something bigger continues. Because Bill and Ted didn't just pass a test. They proved something. That sometimes, Understanding doesn't come from studying. It comes from experiencing. Rufus returns, satisfied, because everything is back on track. The future remains. The world continues. And Bill and Ted? They go back to their lives. Not smarter. Not completely changed. But slightly different. Because now, they've seen something bigger. And even if they don't fully understand it, they know it mattered. Bill and Ted's excellent adventure isn't just about time travel. It's about friendship, belief, and the idea that sometimes, even the most unlikely people can shape the future. If you enjoyed listening to this narration, please like, share, and subscribe for more movie stories. I'll see you in the next one.